Hello everybody, I'm Josiah. Welcome to my channel, The Cynical Italian. This is my wife Elizabeth. Thank you for checking out our first episode on the channel, the beginning of a new blurry career that we're going to try to step into here. She's my guest tonight. She won't be on every episode, but you can comment if you like her and want her to come back or not. If you don't like her, don't hesitate to tell us. Just kidding, but my ugly mug's going to be here every time. So, first episode, what we're going to do today is 5 Dark Rums. What makes these 5 Dark Rums special is these are 5 rums under $15. So we're going to taste this rot gut and see
if we survive.
And just how good. We're going to rate each one of these and see where we're at. So today it's this, and then we'll move on and we'll go through all the alcohol ever. But right now, Dark Rums under $15. Stay tuned. Okay, so before we get started, remember, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm not going to pander. Please do it, please, please. Go do those things. So now, again, before we get into these and talk about them, a little insight into us. We're really not drinkers. I do drink a dark rum. It's a little more expensive, and we'll get into that on a different episode. But I drink dark rums once in a while. I don't drink beer. I really don't drink much of anything else. I did 25 years ago, but that was 25 years ago. My wife, not really much of a drinker except for wine. She'll have a glass or two of wine a few times a week, but drinkers going to the bar, hanging out, drinking stuff like this all the time, not something that we do. So
this could be very interesting.
Yeah. I was a bartender years ago, and I owned a nightclub, and so I've been around the scene and around this stuff a long time. My wife is still a bartender. So we know about liquors and alcohols and boozes, and we also know that drinking them gets you in trouble and gets you really sick. So that's why I don't drink anymore. But so just so you know, these are, well, my wife is telling me that this is basically a double shot size.
We're not doing that.
We are not filling these up. We're not actually going to even do, we're doing probably about a half. Probably the equivalent to about a shot, a little bit less.
We are not trying to die in this process.
No. And in the future, if you continue watching my show here, you keep watching the Cynical Italian, and you ever get to the episodes where I'm filling these suckers up to the top, send us help. Yeah, send help. Send messages letting us know that I've gone too far. All right. So, the first one here. So, also, I want to know we live in northern Texas. So, prices are going to be different depending on where you live. But where we live here in North Texas, at the local liquor store, all of the rums were under $15. So, we're going to start with this one. I don't know how to say it.
Skull?
Okay. Whatever she said. It says that it's imported. The problem is that there's nothing on anything. There's no information about this rum. Other than it is imported by and bottled for a place in Colorado with distillers in Kentucky. So I'm not really sure where it's imported from. I don't know.
Not terribly cultural on that one.
No. This is a 40% 80 proof.
It's higher than I thought it was going to be.
So what we have also done is for about an hour before the episode, we stuck all the bottles in the freezer to chill the rum as opposed to adding ice. I don't want to water down or distill any of the alcohols that we ever do. Dilute, distill. It's already been distilled.
That's how they make it.
That's how they make it. So I don't want to dilute it, but we want it to be cold. So are you ready for the first one?
Not in the slightest, but let's get it done.
All right, ready? Skull. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing. You're the bartender. Wait.
It's your channel.
Woo.
Listen, maybe if you pour like that, I might have to.
All right.
For being a dark rum, it's a little clearer than I thought it was going to be.
They are all light. They're all not very dark, and that's the thing that I have personally. Like I said, I do like dark rums. I have started drinking blacks.
Yeah, the blacks usually have a nice smooth flavor.
Yeah, so I enjoy the Bacardi Black,
Malibu Black,
and the Malibu Black. I really like. I'm not a fan of Malibu. It's too coconutty, but the Malibu Black, I like it. So,
are we smelling it or are we just going for it?
we're gonna smell it. You know, it's not too bad.
That's much fruitier than I anticipated.
I don't know if it's because it's been chilled.
Chilling it does help mellow the flavor a little bit. All right.
Still has an alcohol.
Oh yeah, it's still 80 proof.
Rubbable taste. All right, cheers. Whew.
Yeah. Yep, that's rubbing alcohol.
Oh yeah. They didn't tell you the price on this one.
Can you still? A little bit like breathing fire. Not the worst that I've had, but it definitely, on the exhale, it gets you a little bit.
Yeah, but I want to say that it's going away fast, but it's
evaporating.
It's not in my mouth anymore, but it's still here. I feel it here.
Breathing fire. I feel it right behind my nose.
And it's kind of at the back of my tongue, and I might have given us bigger shots than what we needed to take.
The flavor is not bad. It's the afterburn.
I'll agree with that. It was it doesn't smell bad.
It smells good, actually.
It really didn't even taste bad. But it definitely has a rubbing alcohol burn. But it's going away. Like it's
yeah, it's pretty much gone.
It's
I mean, it's a little
gone.
warm in the back of my throat, but the burn is gone.
Yeah.
But the price on this one?
$6.80.
Don't break the bank.
Don't break the bank. It tastes like $6.80.
Yeah. That
So yeah.
This would be really good if you're mixing it with a lot of other things where you're not going to taste the alcohol at all.
I think you'd have to put some pretty strong mixers with this to not taste this.
I think some pineapple juice would knock that out easy because
Think
it
so?
does have that sweetness to it already. So you don't get
I don't
that
know.
exhale fire.
It's warm in here though.
It's about to get warmer.
On to the next one.
Yay!
Hello and welcome back to Fun with Flags.
No! It's only one shot in. We can't be getting loopy already.
One shot. It was one shot. So, since that shot, it really is gone. I haven't, really don't have any residuals. Next up, Rico Bay Superior West Indies Rum.
don't know that it's superior, but...
Product of West Indies. This is also a 40%, 80 proof. Looks like it is distilled also in Kentucky.
Seems to be the place. Isn't Kentucky
Seems to be the place.
Dry state? I know they have counties that are dry, so it's
Yeah,
interesting.
I think so. I don't know. Not really sure.
Probably something we should look into.
Maybe. So having info on a channel would be helpful if we can give you some sort of
history,
real
details?
knowledge.
They're not here for knowledge. They're here for entertainment. Entertain them.
This is what the pirates drank. Arg.
There's a lot of pirates in Kentucky.
A lot of pirates in Kentucky. If you didn't know,
Now you know.
now you know. Anyways, Rico Bay West Indies rum. That's all the information. Again, another one that doesn't have any kind of a back label or a backstory or anything. It just tells you that this is rum, and this was a whopping $6.90.
Stepping it up from the last one.
10 whole pennies. Whew. All right.
Alright.
Woo.
Listen, mister.
I will say, is this one's a little lighter
Yeah?
in
it's-
color. It's not as dark as the Skull. Every time I say that name, I don't think I'm saying it right, and it reminds me of being a kid and the old guys in my neighborhood that would chew.
Yeah.
And watching old NASCAR back when cigarettes and chew was the major sponsors of NASCAR. I'm old, people.
You're gonna date yourself. Alright. Are you ready?
No. Not as strong.
It doesn't have hardly any smell.
No, it's not as alcohol-y as the last one, even though it is the same alcohol-y as the last one.
Alright, you ready?
Nope.
Alright, we're gonna do it. That one's worse.
That one's worse.
That one is straight rubbing alcohol. Oh, it's in my teeth. Oh, as soon as it hit your lips.
I didn't get it on my lips. I throw it back in the gullet, and it doesn't smell bad.
It doesn't have hardly any smell. It doesn't smell like rubbing alcohol.
But when it hit, it was thick.
It's an antiseptic.
It was thick, and
That was not my favorite.
but it's going way faster.
I think it's the same as the other one.
You think so?
Yeah.
To me, it feels like it's going way faster.
Yeah, I can feel it coating my stomach though.
Nah, the top of my tongue kind of feels a little nummy from it, but
Yeah, I'm good on that one. Let's get rid of that.
we're done with that one.
If we need to start a bonfire, we're set.
All right. Well, let's moving on.
Moving on quickly.
We're still here.
Still hanging on.
We're still hanging on. 2 shots down. We're stepping up the price range a little bit. This is Castillo.
How many times did you practice that?
Once earlier.
Oh, okay.
Think about it for a second. So this is a Castillo Gold. It is a Puerto Rican rum. I don't know what that says because it's in Puerto Rican and I can't.
It's in Spanish.
Puerto Rican, Spanish.
Oh my god.
40%. Same as the other two. This one has a back label.
It's fancy that way. That's what you pay more money. You get
Back label.
more.
We have gone up $4. Did I say how much this was?
No.
$10.50 for this bottle.
Classing it up around this joint.
Castillo Gold. Do they have any information on the back? Nope.
It
Just
has a
lots
recipe
of
though.
warnings, and it does have a recipe for mixing it with cola.
And garnishing
And
with a lime.
The way that you do that is you mix this with cola
In a glass.
in a glass with ice.
I mean, only if you're fancy. You don't really need the ice.
And that's how you do Castillo and cola. Once again, now you know. So, darker? Still? Darker?
Definitely darker.
This might be the darkest one of the darks that we have.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So yeah. Screw it. Let's get right into it.
I like how your ambition goes a little more with each sheds. Just get into it.
Happens. The more that we do this show, the more you're going to know why she calls me the Cynical Italian.
The older you get, the more you are. Did you consider pouring more in there before
I
you
thought
even
about
tried
it. I did think about it a little bit. I was thinking that, but again, if we ever get to where we're filling these sons of bitches,
yeah,
got a problem. Got whoa.
That does not smell great.
No, it does not. That smells like the last doctor visit.
Yeah, it's a little worrisome. I'm not gonna lie.
That is rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, it's very antiseptic. Very.
That might be stronger than the first one.
Yeah, so far I'm not gonna lie. The first one was my favorite simply because it had a nice smell to it, so it tricked you into thinking it was gonna be good. The other two have not been.
I have no trickery of any of these under $15.
That's fair.
There isn't any of these bottles that I
think are gonna be good
and have high hopes for. I'm going to continue drinking into the future.
Yeah. At least some of them have fun bottles.
You know, and for a family who doesn't drink, we're gonna have a beautiful
Absolutely
alcohol cabinet by the time this show. By the time we get to episode 10.
Luckily, our daughter's not very sneaky, and they won't be filled with water. So
now I do have my 22-year-old son is living with us, so
he's not much of a drinker either, though.
I think that he will dabble. I have a feeling that Ethan may dabble in some of these alcohols.
He might give it a try. Well, he has to see if they're as terrible as we say they are.
And we'll have a whole nother view as we watch over the next year what bottles
go down
and what bottles don't, and just get thrown in the trash.
All right, stop talking. Let's
God
get this
damn
done
it!
with
Okay.
it.
So, oh, there it is.
It does have the afterburn.
Oh, there it is.
It does have an afterburn, but it's much smoother on the going down. Doesn't have that initial.
No, I was
burn.
I was really happy with it.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible in the beginning.
When it went in my mouth. Stick with me.
Your eyes gonna water?
No, the story here. When it first went in my mouth, I was okay with it. Tell me if you've heard this one before.
This is a family channel.
No, it's not a family channel.
Well, we're a family.
It got rough fast for me. It went in really nice. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be great. This is a good rum. And then somebody lit the match.
Yeah, it definitely had the burn on the end. It definitely wasn't as bad as the other two, though.
This, I think that if you mixed it with cola,
yeah, it wouldn't be a bad flavor.
that it would. This one would be good. Am I gonna run out to buy more Castillo?
Not a chance. But
For $10.50,
it's not terrible.
I'm not doing shots with this.
Oh no, I don't really feel like rum is.
Rum is not really a shot drink.
It's a sipping.
It's a sipper with some soda. Yeah. Put some cola with this and it's going to be
over
better.
the rocks. I have a lot of people drink it over the rocks because then it dilutes with the so it's basically a rum and water.
You're still going to get the burn. That burn was it was okay. Moving on. Let's get to the next one. We're going to ramble for days about this.
That's true.
Let's do something else.
A few more shots. We'll keep rambling.
We are with the next one. If you're just joining the channel, even though I know that's not how YouTube works, she didn't just join.
Is this where you say another like and subscribe?
Sure, what she said. The next one up to bat. Calypso. Caribbean rum.
Yeah, that 151's what scares me though.
Yeah, you see this number right here? That's a 151. I gotta be honest. When I brought the bottles home, and she first saw them, she made a comment that made me think of something too. I guess I never was aware of any other 151s besides Bacardi.
Yeah.
And I know that Bacardi does not make 151 anymore, so I didn't know that you could get 151.
Because you see this little thing at the bottom?
But it says 151.
It says flammable.
Yeah, it right there on it. So the other ones that we have drank were 40% alcohol at 80 proof. Okay? This one, that little bad boy right there says 75.5% alcohol at 151 proof. This one's scary, and we got one more to go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this one.
So Calypso rum. It's got a whole backstory here.
They try to make it sound fancy, but really it's probably gonna kill us.
Yeah. Calypso 151 rum is inspired by the story of Calypso, the sea nymph from Greek mythology, daughter of Atlas. Calypso roamed the islands in search of her next great... I don't know where any of this has anything to do with 151 or
Pirates.
rum. When the great warrior Odysseus lost ashore after a shipwreck, was Odysseus a pirate?
He was a sailor.
Only because you know that he was on a shipwreck.
Look, this is a drinking channel, not a Greek mythology channel.
I guess. Calypso took him as her lover and promised him immortality if he would stay with her. When he refused, she held him prisoner for 7 years before releasing him. The rest of the story is lost at sea.
Yeah, nothing. Maybe they drank themselves into a stupor?
Or he didn't drink enough.
That drinking will get you in trouble, yeah.
And he had to get out of there because she wasn't nearly as attractive as this young lady on the front of the bottle. Yeah.
I don't really want to ramble about this one because I want to get this done as quickly as possible.
Calypso Caribbean rum.
This one.
151.
No.
That is the number that is very scary.
That's enough. You know, the only time I blacked out was because of 151.
Well,
And it was about that much. Well, it doesn't smell like gasoline.
yeah, I mean, I put my nose right up in it. It's not that bad.
But it is bad.
It is there. You can smell it. Yeah, 151. You ready to do this?
Not even a little bit.
Salud.
So... Oh my god. Yep, that's everything I remember and don't remember.
That was horrible. There's nothing good about that.
No, you can't even mix that with anything.
There was nothing good about that, and it had a weird.
It's on fire.
But it's got a weird flavor. It had a weirdness
You got
to
flavor?
it. Yeah.
All I got is burn.
No, it was really weird, and it went into my teeth.
My mouth is watering so bad right now trying to get rid of it.
This was a bad one. Price. This is $10.80.
Not worth a single penny of it.
No. Yeah, that was
rough.
Moving on. Okay, here we are. This is the last bottle of this episode. going to say that word is Boquerón, Caribbean Gold Rum. This is by far the lightest in color. Was it the Rico, whatever, Rico Bay?
Would be the closest.
Is close to this, but this is definitely the lightest in color. This is the most expensive bottle at $12.50, so double the price of the first two bottles. That is me pushing on it.
It was crying for help.
It was crying. This one has a cork.
That's how fancy we've gotten.
It is fancy.
Definitely the nicest bottle in packaging.
It's a nice bottle. You're still not breaking the bank. This one is, we are back down to a 40% 80 proof.
Thank God.
Down from that 151. That still feels like
yeah, it's still
fur.
lingering.
It's like I've got fur. I can't taste it or burning, but I feel like I've got fur or hair stuck in my throat.
It's got a nice little synopsis on the back of where it's from.
Yeah, it says, in a cave just outside Boquerón Bay, a pirate well known as the Robin Hood of Puerto Rico stashed his loot from plundering activities. Known for his flamboyance and generosity, he shared treasures amongst those in need and is now an inspiration for legends and myths. Although the hidden treasure has never been found, our pirate continues to influence the sharing of Caribbean riches in the distinctive, bold flavor of Boquerón rum.
You know, I really don't feel like any of these things have anything to do with rum.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that pirate has no idea that this exists. He didn't have anything to do with any of this marketing.
This is the first one that I've seen. It says it's distilled from sugarcane. I mean, I know rum comes from sugarcane, but this is the first one that I've seen that actually says it.
Oh, and this one is made right here in Dallas, Texas.
Really?
Yeah, Boquerón rum here in Dallas, Texas. We're about 2 hours north of Dallas.
There's a whole lot of Caribbean here in Dallas.
Yeah, and maybe we just haven't gone out and seen it yet. We're new. We're originally from the Seattle, Washington area, but so we are new to Texas. But I still don't know that I've seen a whole lot of Caribbean here.
No, not too terribly much.
I mean, maybe if you get out to the Gulf, then you're going to see it wash up on shore. That was wrong.
Pour the liquor.
That was
Pour the rum.
Okay. Oh.
I do like that it has a cork, though.
It has a cork.
It's a little fancier. This bottle will be staying in a collection because I like it.
Whether it's good or not, the bottle's going to stay.
This is going to stay next to that black bottle of rum that we had. You remember which one?
Yes. And we'll be trying that on a later episode.
I'm all for a killer bottle. All right. No.
I'm not smelling rubbing alcohol.
Well, that makes one of us.
Really?
Yeah. I think the 151 killed your sense of smell.
Burned my nose and everything, I guess.
All right.
It almost looks. I mean, it's even lighter in the shot glass.
Yeah, it doesn't have hardly any color in there at all.
Is it hot in here, or is it just?
It's hot.
Ready? Salud. I can sip this one.
Nope. It's smooth initially, and then it has the fire breathe.
It did, and it did, and it's still on the roof of my mouth, and it did come out of my nose. But it was, I let this was the first one I've been able to let it actually sit in my mouth.
Yeah, it's not bad initially. I think of all of them, the first one had a little bit more of that fruitiness, but this one had a lesser of a burn. But I'm also curious to know if we hadn't had the 151 first, if it would be more of a burn.
We're going by prices, though.
Fair enough.
We're going by prices. this one was the most expensive bottle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say. We're gonna leave that for the finale.
Let that settle in a little.
So there you have it. We've drank all 5 of these. I still have a cat or something living in my throat after drinking this one here. But what we're going to do is now we're going to kind of quickly go over them, what their prices were, and just a quick rating and whether or not we would ever drink it again. So we will start with the Skull.
Skull.
Again, $6.80 here in northern Texas. Scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this one a 3.
I was thinking about a 3, maybe 2.5.
If you're a rum alcoholic and you have no choices
No money.
and no money for $6.80, I still wouldn't buy it. I said, nope. Moving on. The Rico for $6.90. No, I think you got to get rid of this one too.
Yeah, I agree. I give that one 2. It had a much harsher afterburn. This one at least smelled nice. This one was much harsher.
Yeah,
Not a
I think
fan.
that I'm still going to stay in that 3 range. 3.5 range on these two. There's got to be worse out there than this,
Yeah, but not much.
but not by much. The Castillo. It's $10.50 for this bottle. The darkest of all of these darks. I want to say that was this one that wasn't bad.
Yeah, I give it like a 3.5, maybe a 4.
Yeah, so I'm probably still in that.
It wasn't great, but
3.5,
of
4
what
range.
we drank, it was better.
Yeah.
I think this is a mixable drink. It's definitely not one you want to drink by itself, but if you mixed it with something, it's tolerable.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this is a bottle that in my shelf sitting in our liquor cabinet, if I were to run out of,
This would be good for a party. You don't feel bad giving it to somebody at
Giving
your
it to
party.
them, right.
You're not trying to kill somebody.
you wouldn't feel bad giving this to your friends mixed.
Yes.
Okay. These are who you give to the people you don't like. If you don't, if you're short on the stuff you love and you have this, you can give this to your friends and they're not going to hate you.
Yeah.
These ones give them to your enemies. This is for your hatred.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm going to probably give this one a 5.
Oh, that's high.
Yeah, I would like to see what this is like mixed.
Yeah. Do we? I can't rate it. It's got to be a 0 because there's not a chance in hell I would ever drink it again.
Yeah.
I didn't want to drink it in the first place because it just immediately brings up those
Yeah,
bad memories.
and for what I recall of Bacardi 151, I would drink it all day and twice on Sunday before I would drink this again. This bottle, I don't even know if you could give this bottle away. This was $10.80.
that's just because of the proof. It's not because of the quality. It's just...
Yeah, this one I'm going to chalk up to poor choices and take a loss on it.
Yeah, that one was no bueno.
Yeah, this bottle is, this is not good. This might be good for cleaning your toilets.
I was going to say 21st birthday to make them never want to drink again because that's what happened to me.
No,
So,
I think that this will kill somebody.
you're not wrong.
Might use this to light the fires outside when we do our bonfires.
Take up a new hobby, fire breathing.
Fire breathing.
Yes. Other than that, it's really not good for anything.
No, this was horrible. I'm gonna give it a 1. This was horrible. It had it had a
terrible taste, and it was...
I can't describe. I can't explain the weird
I
taste
feel like
that I got
gasoline would
with
be
it.
better.
This was horrible.
Moving on to the last.
The What did I say it was?
Ocaron.
Boquerón. This is $12.50, the most expensive. Double the price of either one of these two. I'm probably going to drink this bottle.
I'd give it a 3-4. It's not amazing, but it's also not terrible.
See, and now if I gave this a 5, I have to probably put this at a 5.5 or a 6. I liked this better than this. This could sit in my mouth. I could actually put this in my mouth.
That's none of my business. I prefer the packaging of this. I have to give it credit for making it be more shelf-worthy. Flavor-wise and burn-wise,
See, but
these
you
two are
can't,
similar.
you can't, the bottle can't have
I
anything.
can do whatever I want.
If you put this 151 in that bottle, you're going to tell me that you would give this 151 a score bigger than 0?
I'd give it a 1.
Because of the bottle?
I'd give it a 1.
You're damn
Because
liar.
I'd let it sit on the
She's
shelf.
Goddamn liar.
I didn't say I'd drink it, but I'd let it sit on my shelf. I won't let this sit on my shelf.
I might drop this to a 4.5. This is a 4.5, 5. I think this is a 5.5. Maybe a 6. This is a 5.
I would say
5.
these
This is a
3 are
5.5.
probably garbage, and these 2 will stay on our shelves.
I agree.
Yeah. Do we have homeless people here?
Yep.
I don't think I'm that mean, though.
No. You can take it to the country club, give it to the wealthy people that piss you
Nope.
off. So anyways,
Welcome to our channel.
welcome to our channel, the Cynical Italian. That's me.
I can attest to that.
5 Dark Rums under $15. The moral of the story,
Don't do it.
don't do it. Buy a good bottle of rum. This is...
Take pride in what you drink.
Yeah. Stay tuned on the next episode. We're going to do this again, but we're going to do it with spiced dark rums. And I hate spiced rum.
Yeah.
So anyways, thank you for tuning in. If you didn't already do it, hit the subscribe button. All right? Thanks a lot. See you next time. My name's Josiah.
Elizabeth.
She might be here. She might not. Somebody's going to get drunk on the next episode. See you later.